talk about jet and rocket, and I'm going to do it under center, and I'm going to do the jet read plays later. But I thought I'd be remiss if I just didn't go over running jet the way we've always run it, blocking the end man line of scrimmage, and how we're going to do that. And then I'm going to go into what's new in running the jet and the rocket and those things. All right, so the first thing is we're going to run jet and rocket, and it's kind of like saying, what does it do to the defense? All right, so we want to, it's our signature play. It's the play that makes everything go. So when we run this play, we want to make sure that we stretch in the field with a jet and the rocket, and we want to run, we can either run with, or we can bunch the formation real tight and run into space. So we want to put multiple formations and looks so that we can create conflicts. And what we want to is make tacklers run, so we don't block the the defensive linemen, except for the end man line of scrimmage. And we want to make defensive linemen run, and we want to make cover guys tackle. So we want to put them on the edge and make the cover guys tackle, and we want the defensive guys to run. When you do that, you also wear them down. So we want to be able to wear these guys down. Okay, so what does it do? So what the defense wants to do is they want to get their run fits. They want to run those 45 degrees. They want to be able to get a key. They want to run downhill, and they want to be able to fit on the line of scrimmage. All right, what the jet and rocket does, because it's so fast, it literally makes these backers run lateral. So we want to make second level players run lateral. So you want them to run sideline to sideline. We want to pull the linebacker out of the box. Because if I got 4 down and I pull that front side linebacker out of the box, I got 5-man box. If I got a 5-man box, I should be able to run inside all day. So when I run the jet motion and I want to run my inside run game, I got a numbers advantage. All right? So that's the key to what we want to do. We want to pull those linebackers out of the box. Could make the end widen, and it may force secondary rotation. And if it does that, then we want to be able to counter it. But the number one thing we want to do is make these second-level players start running lateral. All right, now, jet and rocket. With jet and rocket, anytime you change the dynamics of the backfield, I think you're making another formation. So if you're in gun, that's one formation. If you get into pistol, that's another formation. Whether or not you run the same formation or not. We don't run a lot of rocket and pistol anymore because we just can't get it in. But I'm going to go over, for those guys that may want to still do that, what we do and how we had a lot of success in the past. A lot of this stuff, there's so much, you kind of got to pick your poison. You got to decide what you're going to do for that year. But I'm going to go over how we did each one of those. All right? The thing with both jet and rocket, they're almost the same darn play. So when we drill it, we drill jet and rocket on Mondays in a 10-minute period. That's it. And we do our jet rocket drill at the end of the day, and that's all we do the rest of the week. And it's the same play. It's almost exactly the same play. The timing's pretty much the same play, so it's easy to run. All right, what are the advantages in the gun and pistol? When you're back out of the back, you can see the field, so your passing game's enhanced. The other thing is, if you're in the gun, you can do those RPOs. It's going to be pretty hard to do pass-run option when you're under center. All right, or impossible. So we're going to make sure that we're doing that. So your screen game's enhanced when you're in the gun. You're able to throw better. You got pass-run options, and you can add all these different things. You can run the jet read. You can run the zone read. You can do all those other plays in your offense if you're in the gun. All right, now, pistol. These are our alignments. When we're in pistol, the quarterback's at 3.5 yards. Our heels are at 3.5 yards. And our tailback is at 5.5, and he's directly behind him. Okay, the running back's at 5.5, directly behind him. We can run, if you're a wing T kind of guy, you can run all those base wing T plays out of that pistol. Doesn't matter. You're in pistol, it doesn't matter whether you're under center. Because really all you did when you're in pistol, if you're under center, all you did is take 2 big steps back, and it's the same offense, just taking it from a direct snap. Okay? If you're in the gun, we put our heels at 4 yards, and we put our quarterback's toes are on the heels of our tailbacks on the heels, or toes are on the heels of the tailback. We got our inside leg. Our outside leg is on the inside leg of the tackle. Auburn puts their belt buckle up there. All right. Now that's what they told us, but every time I look at their film, he ain't ever there. But so sometimes I think they have a lot of clinic talk. All right, jet. It's real fast to the flank. It's easy to teach, and that's the best thing about it. It's minimal teaching and isolation. This is an easy play. You just got to block the edge. You don't block anybody of the down linemen's. All right? And you can run any formation you want, hardly, almost, and get jet. So you can come up with, exotic formations and run it. We used to say it's a check with me play. Now we don't. We don't check with me any. We run the play and we read the passes off it. And we have passes off jet also. Okay? Now, if it's under center, this is how we used to do it. We'd block the in-man line of scrimmage by reach blocking them, pull the front side guard. We'd put him in motion. We'd snap it on the outside foot of the guard. And the quarterback would reverse under center, pivot, get as wide as he could, and would hand it off on the back leg of the offensive guard. All right? Our slots would be 1 by 1, so that would be redder. So we'd put our outside foot on the heel of the tight end or the in-man line of scrimmage, and our inside foot was back. All right? Looked like this. And I'm just putting it up here, even though this is the old stuff, but, it's pretty much the same play. And we just got to get the edge, and we try to get our hand on the pulling guard's hip. So that's pretty much how we ran it under center. And gun, I'm going to skip that. This is how we're going to run it. All right? So in gun, if this were for us, this is looser because we have two wide receiver in the Y, A back and B gap. So for us, we go looser. This would be our call. All right? If you guys want to know, it would be looser. Air Force for us is sweep. So we just do this for sweeping, So we go looser, Air Force, even. That's all we do. So we're going looser. So all the quarterback kids go looser, looser, looser. And I'm going like this. Air Force, Air Force, Falcon, Falcon, even, even. So now we're going to run it here. All right? Now, when we motion them, we're going to snap the ball on the outside foot of the offensive tackle. All right? So he's going to time it up. And these backs, and you'll watch our backs, they got to run as fast as they can. When those backs go in motion, they don't go like 70% or 90% or 95%. They go 100 freaking percent. I want them going as fast as they freaking can humanly possible. We're going to snap it on his outside foot. All right? When he gets the ball, he's going to take 2 shuffle steps to time it up. Okay? And then when he hands the ball off, he's going to, right? So that's how we're going to have the timing of the play. The tailback is going to have his heels on, his toes on the heels of the quarterback, and he is going to run laterally for 3 steps. And I'll kind of go through how he does that. All right, so if we were here and we were tight, and for this is pro, because he's got a pro set over here, and he's tight slot. He snaps on the outside foot, takes 2 shuffle steps, we get the edge. Okay, so I'm going to go through this a little bit more detail. I just want to show it real quick on the gun. Rocket, okay, the advantages here are we block a little different. Instead of blocking the in-man line of scrimmage, we don't block them. We rip through them and go backer to free safety, okay? What the fullback is going to go opposite, so he's going to hold the backside linebacker, and the play is a little wider. So the play is a little wider. So if it's under center, it's like this. If it was in pistol, it'd be back. We're going to put him in motion. When he doesn't see the motion man anymore, that's when he's going to snap it. So we'll launch him. You can launch him with a hand or a heel, however you want to do it. And then when he loses sight of him, he's going to snap it. He's going to step forward. The quarterback's going to step forward, point his heel out like this. So uphill. If I'm in the gun, I'm going to step forward like this, so I get my tips turn to tossing the ball. If I'm under center, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to kick the heel out so I can get my hips turned. I can toss the ball to him because he's going to be. I want that caught where the ghost tight end is. So we want him as wide as we can. We'll not block the end-man line of scrimmage. We'll release outside. We're going to rip through him. If he locks on us, we're going to lock on him. If not, we're going to go inside linebacker to free. Okay, inside linebacker to the fullback goes away, which hopefully will hold that backer. We block nobody on the offense on the end line. We block nobody on the defensive line. We want to make tacklers run and cover guys tackle. Okay, so here's one here. We're going to put him in motion. He loses track of him, so basically the ball is snapped when he's right behind the tailback. We're going to get it out where the ghost tight end is, and it kind of looks like that. Okay. Okay. In pistol, he's going to be 3.5 yards deep. He's going to be 5.5 yards deep. We run the motion in between them. So when you run the motion in between them, okay, anytime you run the jet, when you receive the ball and we belly out to get the guard, we're at 3.5 yards. If we run it in gun and he comes across the quarterback, he's at 3.5 yards. If he runs through here and he catches the ball, he's between 3.5 and 4 yards. I know from running 2,000 to 3,000 jets and rockets that that's the optimum place to put it. And so that's why we keep him in that position. Okay? So here, it's going to look like this. So he's going to go in motion. He's going to snap it when he doesn't see him, which is right there. He's going to turn, pivot, and the ball is caught way out there. So the play is wider. So it hits the hole pretty quick. And that's how we would do it in pistol. I'm kind of going quick here, man. Okay, now, when we're running gun rocket, we're just going to put him behind the center. It's the same thing. He's got to stay flat. We're always, whether it's rocket or jet, we're always going to push crack the wide receiver. And when I put some film on from this year, we didn't push crack enough. We said, well, both. Bad move. Real bad move. I would always push crack the perimeter. So if he comes down, he's going to block the corner, and if he inverts, he's going to abort and crack him. The fullback's going to take, Dwayne always took 3 vertical steps. We're just now getting out here and reading it and taking the corner. Okay, you can pull the guard or not pull the guard. If you pull the guard, we're going to wrap him around to this guy. If you don't, we're just going to zone it up. In rocket, we're going to bypass that that in man here. So if it were gun, it would look like this. We have 2 slots. We're going to put him in motion. He's going to go behind the quarterback when he doesn't see him. We want to make sure he's flat down the line. Toss it wide. We do not run this anymore, guys. All right, but I want to go through it just in case, because we think that it's just too much drilling. We're just going to run the jet.